Let us be honest, learning a new language as an adult is kind of like learning to salsa dance in ski boots. You're going to trip, it's going to be awkward, and occasionally you might shout bathroom and accidentally order soup. In our last video, we talked strategy. But what happens when the words just aren't there? When your app fails, your tongue freezes, and the only thing left to do is gesture wildly and hope for the best? From getting hopelessly lost in the alleys of Hong Kong to showing a Greek taxi driver a map he couldn't read because, oops, it was printed in Spanish. I've lived the struggle. And I've learned that the most powerful tools for communication are not grammar charts or perfect pronunciation. They're a smile, a drawing, a badly translated meme, and the courage to keep trying. In this episode, we're diving into the world of nonverbal hacks, language learning mindset shifts, and the kind of accidental brilliance that gets you free dessert in Beijing, or a glass of cold water you didn't ask for in Kuala Lumpur. So if you've ever panicked in a pharmacy or said something very inappropriate by mistake, congrats. You're exactly where you need to be. This is the Adaptable Expat, and today we're turning linguistic facepalms into cultural breakthroughs. Let's do this! Welcome back, fellow adventurers and those who are about to enter the fray. In our last video, we discussed the importance of language and strategies to break down the language barrier. But what happens when we can't breach that wall? Part 3. Communicating when words fail. Learning the art of nonverbal communication. In Brazil, a thumbs up is great. In Iran, not so much. Master these universal tools. Open palm pointing, not just a single finger. Nodding and smiling. Both are universal gestures, trademarks of humanity. But research head movements. I once sat in a taxi in Bulgaria after telling the driver the name of my hotel. He kept nodding and waiting for me to leave. In Bulgaria, nodding means no. He was not happy. Drawing pictures, even if you can't make yourself understood, it's guaranteed a good laugh. Use the power of props and keep these on your phone. Photos of your home and major landmarks. Maps from apps in your phone with starred locations. Pictures of food items you like and dislike. And make sure you account for different alphabets. We sat in a taxi in Athens with a map we printed in Spain before leaving home. The poor driver kept turning it trying to make sense of the names. Next trip, everything was in Greek letters. Use a strategic repetition request. Let me give you an example. The person speaking in another language goes off full speed with an explanation, blah, 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 train, blah, blah. You then say, train? And point questioningly to the direction you think you should go. This often gets you either simpler words or helpful gestures. I learned this one after shooting off right after checking in my hotel in Hong Kong. I was so excited I got lost in the alleys, which is very easy, by the way. After showing the hotel business card to a lady in a convenience store, she pointed to a direction and then a number with her fingers. She did this a few times. She meant left 2 blocks, right 1 block, and so on. Hey, I got the message. Part 4. Overcoming the fear factor. The effort is greatly appreciated. Remember that locals do not expect you to be even scarcely fluent in their language. Much to the contrary, they will appreciate even a word or two. I have experienced it so many times here in Southeast Asia and Europe that I will bet you the worst that can happen when you mess up is a handful of smiles. So turn errors into fantastic stories. We went to a Japanese food chain in KL and our waiter, a nice young Malaysian lady, though fluent, did not remember the English names of the ingredients in the dish I wanted. She hesitantly said, "Do you know cendawan?" I said yes, that is mushroom, and her face lit up and the smile brightened the room. How did I learn cendawan? With my 5-minute daily challenge. All you need to do is commit to one tiny interaction daily. Compliment someone's dog or cat in their language. Ask a shopkeeper how much. In the local language, even if you know the price. Order coffee without pointing. Those details bring you closer to culture and slowly gets the tourist out of you. Part 5. If or when you hit a wall. What happens when you start believing you simply cannot learn the language? If progress stalls, switch learning methods. For example, try watching kids' shows. Go online, apps are your friends. And most importantly, celebrate small wins. Even understanding a meme counts. Do not fall into the expat bubble, though it is tempting to only socialize with other English speakers. You need to expand your social circle to include locals, and the more the better. Also, keep in mind that you don't need native level fluency to make friends, to handle daily life, and especially to show respect. Final thought, the language learner's mindset. In a small dim sum shop in Beijing, I had a breakthrough. The shopkeeper said, "Sorry, but I do not speak English." And I replied, also in Chinese, "Please, can you give me 2 dim sum dinners and 2 cold glasses of green tea?" I'm sure I mispronounced every single word, but he smiled broadly and not only brought the food, but also gave us free dessert. That moment when language stops being translation and starts being communication is magical. Your journey will have days you feel like a linguistic genius, days you cry because the pharmacy thinks you're describing an alien abduction, moments where a perfect sentence comes out and you want to high-five strangers. I once ordered warm Americano at a coffee place in KL by saying, "Satu Americano, dengan sedikit air sayik." To my surprise, the nice barista brought a tray with a piping hot Americano and a glass or water next to it. I smiled politely and went to the table laughing my head off. Then I took to my social media account, described the request, posted a picture of the result, and asked my Malaysian friends, where did I screw up? I received an overwhelming response of the warmest and most loving advice you could imagine. And, of course, the kind correction to say, "Satu Americano," Kurang panas, which translates approximately to a not-so-hot Americano. That anecdote encapsulates all the advice in this video. Start learning. Start speaking, make mistakes, laugh about it, ask your friends, and learn from them. Embrace it all. Because every mispronounced word, every confused smile, every time you accidentally order the entire menu, it's all part of becoming not just an expat, but part of your new home. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's your most memorable language mishap abroad? Share in the comments. Let's laugh and learn together. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe for more real talk expat advice. Until next time, keep speaking, keep trying, and maybe even sing a K-pop song at the top of your lungs.